Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. I'm Norah, the host of this program, Thoughts by Joanna de Angelis and Divaldo Franco. This is the book. We are on the third message towards the end. That means we got three more. And all of this part of the book is messages to trust in God. And today's message is very, very powerful because there is so much out there in media right now, in the news, right? And it's a world full of noise. We have opinions, we get notifications on social media, expectations from all over. But do we really ask this simple question? When was the last time that I truly listened to myself, right? Not to fear, not to pressure, not to conscience. And that is the message that Joanna and Divaldo have for us today. It reads, inner silence, which allows us to hear the voice of conscience, is of paramount importance to a happy life because it enables us to understand what we really want to do and how to do it with excellence. So we see here, friends, that inner silence, it's not emptiness, it's clarity. It's that space where the soul finally speaks without interruption. So when we quiet the outside world, we begin to hear the gentle guidance within. What feels right, what feels forced, what needs healing, what needs courage. And the conscious, it doesn't shout, it doesn't even rush us, friends. It waits patiently for that silence because only in stillness can truth rise. And when we listen, we don't just learn what to do, but we learn how to do it, friends. And that is with integrity, care, and excellence, friends, right? So in Spiritism, we know that our conscious is that moral compass, right, of the spirit. It's that inner law of God written within each of us. So through reflection, prayer, and silence, we reconnect with this compass, right? We stopped acting out of impulse or fear, and instead we begin acting with awareness and responsibility. The inner listening is what transforms that good intentions into wise actions. So let us think about in real life a moment that is very difficult, a message, an email, a conversation. And before replying, we take a pause for those few seconds and we breathe. That is exactly how conscious works, right? It's asking us, what would my conscious choose now? Kind of like the little two sides here, where we have two ways to respond, two ways to do or say things, friends. So that's the honor. That's when we honor those moments of silence, where we give ourselves permission to choose with intention, right? It's not based what it's loud, but on what is true to us, right? To each of us. So inner silence helps us connect deeply with God, right? Because we begin to recognize God's guidance within our own conscience. And that is Spiritism right there. So, friends, for the closing thought for today, let us remember silence, it's not withdrawn from life. It is preparing us for living it well. We need to learn how to pause, how to listen, how to trust the quiet wisdom within, because that inner silence, the conscience, it's speaking to us. And even though times are tough right now, there's a lot of stuff going on and there's so much noise. We have choices to make. We need to listen to that inner guidance as best as we can. We need to trust it. We need to do that inner work. We need to be in that prayer. We need to be in that sanctuary of creating our own peace, because the world is loud, the world rushes, the world does its things, but God is not asking for us to handle all that. Just one thing, and that's us. We can do it. Yes, there is that collective part, which we're all in it, but let us remember that these messages from Joanna and Divaldo are related a lot to what we need to do, that inner self, friends. So that way, when we are part of the collective, right, there is healing, there is purpose, right? And there's that chain of love and light that we need during these difficult times. So yes, our conscience, it's there. It's a gift, and let us take advantage, especially now more than ever, friends. That is the message. Let us remember to tune in to other programs here at Kardec Radio. May we have a wonderful rest of the week. Let us practice this exercise for the week. And let us always remember that we are loved. Bye, friends. Until next week, same place, same time. Bye.